The issue of property overpriced has recently been making rounds on social media, with everybody suddenly turning to a real estate investment analyst overnight, flooding the internet with their several opinions. Yes, I think some of these properties are overpriced, but it's totally wrong to generalize that all properties in Lagos are overpriced. That is a very unfair thing to say because not all properties in Lagos are overpriced. But then let's talk about these properties that are overpriced in these prime locations. Why are they overpriced? What are the challenges and factors contributing to these humongous prices that they sell them? First thing I want us to talk about is the government. The government is a major problem because most of these developments you see in these prime locations, in these affluent locations, developers always have to fix the infrastructure surrounding the estate, surrounding the properties by themselves. And they'll need to get this money back one way or the other. They're not a charity organization. Second thing is the cost of building materials. It increases every day. And you need to understand that we are a largely import dependent economy. We import literally everything. I know some people would say, why not consider locally made materials? I am an advocate of locally made stuff. But you need to understand this is business. People who buy these luxury properties, they want their stuff imported and they know the difference. And that's what they want to pay for. It's a sign of luxury to them, right? So you can't really blame a developer who is preferring an imported materials to a locally made stuff because that is what these buyers want. Do you understand? That's what they want. Another factor to consider is the stress of getting approvals from the necessary authorities. If you're not within the real estate system, believe me, you cannot understand how stressful and tiring it is. It's very tiring, like it's very stressful. And also, you still have to do with some locations, despite how developed the area is in Lagos. You still have to do with some money layer. In some places, it's always like they're more packaged. At least they can call it youth settlements. But there's always a payment that still needs to be made when it comes to real estate. Another thing I want us to consider, another very important point, is the cost of land. Land is expensive in Lagos, and believe me, there's a lot of hypocrisy around this land thing, right? Because when people are on the buying side are trying to buy, you see them, they have a lot of things to say about how expensive the land is. But the moment the table turns and they get to be on the selling side, you see a different version of the same person. They just increase the price for no reason. And you'd be like, why is it so expensive? And they can do that and get away with it. And that's because we operate a capitalism system in this part of the world where anybody can just set a price for anything. You can literally buy a property for 50 million naira today and decide to sell for 150 million naira tomorrow. Nobody's going to hold you. You have the right to do that. And that's one of the things killing us in Lagos real estate. The capitalism system we run. And people are always quick to judge. Imagine a developer who has no choice to buy a land at over 75% increase in the price. And is having to develop some units of apartment on that land. And by the time he's trying to sell, what do you think will happen to the selling price of those apartments? They won't be normal because at every stage of the development, you've all killed him from the stage of buying the land, getting necessary approvals, the building materials. He's had to spend more than he's meant to spend. So what do you expect? What do you expect the price of the property to be? It can't be cheaper. I'm not saying every properties that are considered overpriced have these justifications to them. I'm just saying quite a lot of them have a reason why they are selling for that humongous price. And it's wrong. I'm going to repeat again. It is wrong to generalize that all properties in Lagos are overpriced. We have affordable properties in the same Lagos, right? Another point I want to talk about again is the fact that this, quote unquote, overpriced properties, most of them are in affluent locations, prime locations, Ikoyi, Lekki Phase 1 and the likes. People in that area as well, they want luxury. That's what they pay for, right? And sometimes luxury is not necessarily about the property itself. It's about the environment. It's about the people that are your neighbors. You can build a two-bedroom apartment on the mainland with maybe let's say 30 million or 40 million, and the same materials you use for the same two-bedroom apartment on the mainland is what you use on the island, but then the island can be selling for 100 million, while the one you built on the mainland is for 50 million, right? And that's because of the environment. And a lot of things contribute to that. The cost of the land to start with, they're going to kill you with the cost of the land. And this goes back to what I talked about a while ago. The concept, the fact that we run a capitalism system is crazy. So it's wrong to just go on social media and start blaming developers for all of these things without understanding the real fact of the case. There's a lot that goes into real estate development and coming up with the selling price, right? It's not so easy, right? It's not so easy. This is Nigeria. We all understand how complicated Nigeria can be. So my point, I'm going to end with this. It is important that we understand the fact of every case before going on social media to just pass the wrong narratives about Lagos real estate generally. That's not the case. Lagos real estate is not too expensive. By virtue of being Lagos, it is meant to be expensive. That's why we are all here. It's a valuable state to be in. Things are expensive here. Things are valuable. That's why we all want our investment to be in Lagos. But talking about the overpriced properties, not all properties in Lagos are overpriced. Please, let's get that point right. Thank you.